Hi everybody. Now today's video is a very special video for me because where I'm going to share my two games. Now throughout the game I'll try to explain my calculation process and how exactly I crossed the 2500 barrier in Lichess. Now without any further ado, let's get started. Now before starting the game, I just wanna make you clear with two things. The first one, the way I got 2500 rating on Lichess, it's not a short process. It took time over the period, and over the period I gradually improved myself. Actually, when you go high on the level and you build up the ability to calculate very precisely and all, you will then see the most of the time you're not actually calculating all the variations in the moves. You're actually playing based upon your intuitive skill. So the more you get the skill, your intuitive mindset will go high, and that's how you play a good game. So this game I played with white pieces against Robert Patcher. Now I started the game with a d4, as usually play all the time queen's pawn opening in my whole life. d5, a bishop f4, and with the London system, bishop f4, c4, e6. But I can see that I played c4. I didn't play c3 because this game I tried a c4 instead of c3, knight c3, knight f6, knight f3. So all the moves are very natural for both sides until the next move, black played knight c6. Now immediately it indicates me this is a wrong move, because usually black will play with the c pawn either c6 or to c5. I mean later part of the game. With the move knight to c6 is actually blocks the c7 pawn, which actually limit down black's possibilities, and this would be a weakness in the part of the game. And here I continue the normal with e3, and black played bishop to b4. Now I played bishop d3 and try to exchange the most active piece. Now he captured the d capture c4, I captured the pawn, and he played knight e4. And at this time, most of the player will immediately think that the knight is being attacked by two of the pieces where I need to defend it. So they will try to defend with something like rook c1 or might be queen to b3, which looks so natural, right? But here my instinct says that castle would be the best one. Actually, the thing is that I didn't even calculate further right after the castle, right? And then I have seen it, I checked with the computer, and computer also suggests that castling is the best move. So this is the move which actually your instinct will say, right? Instinct will tell you. Now I did castle, knight takes, pawn takes, bishop takes, and where I played rook c1, and I thought this is a very good position for white, because now the rook is on the half open file where the knight and c6 would be in trouble after bishop to a5. For an example, I play bishop b5, and this is a real trouble, you can see. More would be scarier if you see the black play the next move, bishop to b2, and my rook has no way out. Now, to be honest, I didn't see till here. I did not see until here. But after now, this is the time I thought, like, this is the time I need to calculate something, right? Because my rook is trapped. Then I thought that since the bishop on f5, black's bishop on f5 is already out from the queen side, so his queen side pawns on the light square is being weak. So I'm thinking I should give my rook for the light square bishop, and after bishop takes b1, queen takes b1, now I can put pressure on the b7 pawn. And he played bishop a3, and I goes queen to b7. I immediately put pressure on these two objects. Now you can see the black's knight c6 move, why that was a wrong move. Now since these two pieces is hanging, he played the best move is knight a5, and I go with bishop b5. At the point I was so confident in myself because I already felt that I definitely am better due to I have a bishop here, and he doesn't have any dark square bishop as well. I have the sole bishop over here. He played c6, and now I captured, and knight captures, queen captures, and king f8. I played knight e5. Now the black king is totally busted. The rooks are, this rook is very bad. All the pieces are completely discoordinated, and I feel that I'm about to win this game. Now he played rook c8, and I calmly played queen to b7. He played a rook c7, which is a blunder. And can you guess the move? Yes. Now I played knight g6, h6, and bishop c7. Now I'm completely winning this game. He played queen e8 and we continued with rook b1, and I tried to immediate wants to play rook to b8. He played a rook to h5. I played queen a6. This is the move. I want to play rook to b8 and pin down the queen. Now you would probably say I might can play queen a7 and then play rook to b8 to win the queen. But the thing is that he can play now rook to b5 with the help of the queen. That is to protect that square as well. I played queen to a6. Black actually resigned the game. But let me take you back to that point where I just played castle kingside, and then all the operations are very quickly and decided to give my rook for the light square bishop, not for the dark square bishop. The one more variation I just keep that after knight to a5, bishop b5, instead of c6, if black goes king f8, what next? Okay, I'm gonna play queen a6 then c6, bishop to a2. The thing is that the black pieces are poorly placed, right? And the pieces are really hanging. Only the queen is the defender of the knight here. So black can play bishop e7, the white can go h4, very crucial move. I mean, might be black wants to play g5, so h4 is suddenly a move, stops everything, right? So actually when you are attacking your own opponent, you should always think about on prophylaxis as well. So you attack and prophylaxis, this is how you should do, right? So at the same time you're watching your opponent's plan and increase your activity at the same time by prophylaxis. So after queen b6, white might can go queen d3, and after rook d8, rook b1, and white is definitely better as the rook is permanently out of the game. White is definitely winning. Now this game I played with black pieces with rated name of the guy Otido with rated 2360. Now this game English opening, and we ended up like this position where I played d4 and I blocked the dark square bishop. f3, e5, e4, knight c6. Well, I can play c5, but I feel that if I play c5, my dark square bishop has no limited scope here. So I decided to play knight c6. So after d3, I went bishop b4, knight b d2, a5, securing the b4 square, because if I play, for example, castle a3, and he can go with b4 with grabbing some queenside space. That's why I felt that a5 moves more reasonable for me, although black is actually better even after that. He played a3, bishop c5, knight a2, and I played queen e7. I am actually pausing my castle and try to get the most active position in the board with my pieces placement was. g3, I played h5, bishop g2, and I played h4. Now look at this perspective, how I'm actually playing this game. I'm not doing castle, I'm not following the basic rules, the principal rules, but the thing is that once you know the principle of chess and all the principles, you can break the principle by implementing the other principle. I saw that my position is okay, my king is very safe, so I can grab some space over the king side, and that's what I'm doing. I already good on the queen side, I'm also trying to play on the other side. And he played g4, that was a really bad mistake. Now after g5, I completely good because I have superior control all over the dark squares. And the game goes in a very fashionable way. There is nothing that a black can do immediately, but later part of the game, black can definitely grind white. After castle, my idea is to just go with the knight and get that f4 square. Queen to c2, I played bishop d7, knight b1. He trying to do something with the knight. I really don't know. a4. Now you can see he wants to play knight a3. I played bishop b4, bishop a3, and knight plus c5, and securing the b4 square. After bishop takes b4, now this is the very important, how should I take. Now here I made a little mistake. I played a takes b4. The better should be is c takes b4 and get the c5 square. A takes b4, he played knight d2, I played king g7 and knight e8, and now I'm rerouting my knight to and try to go on a good square where I'm targeting actually a5. Knight f4, knight e2, and I played queen f6. Knight takes f4. Now this is this position where I must play queen takes f4 because after king h1, because this f4 square I'll put my knight over there, right? But I played e takes f4. Perhaps this is not the correct move according to the computer, but what I thought, like, I will I'll put my knight on e5 and targeting just weak pawns, and white literally can't do anything about that. And that's how it happened. Knight to d2, I played knight a6, rook e1, rook 8. First, I just need to stop e5, rook e8, and now still I can't move my knight since e5 is coming. So I played rook e5, block the pawn, and then I slowly bring my knight and targeting on the e5 square. And after knight d2, rook a5, I'm trying to block every single pawn here. Rook a1, rook e8, and then knight e5. Where white is very limited and can play very limited moves here. Queen to d2, and I develop and I put in pressure over here and putting pressure on the pin rook over here. And after b5, I'm completely winning. C takes b5, I played bishop takes b5, rook d2, and now I played queen f6. This was a little mistake here because now it's allow a takes b5. I mean, the queen f6 move I really played it in a hurry, because now white can simply take my bishop after rook takes a1, b takes a6, rook takes d1, rook takes d1, rook takes a6. Well, white is up a piece, but it is not entirely sure how can white win the game. But perhaps I can tell that black might be a good possible way to win the game, as the bishop is completely locked, and the only the bishop can go all the way to the b1 and then come back to the g2 square. I mean, bishop has this limited space for it. But since the time was also very crunch for white, white didn't saw that capture yet. He played a rook a2, and I grabbed the d3 pawn. And then the game was pretty easy for me. After king h1, I king g6. I just play some little moves over here and try to get the maximum, I mean, space or whatever. I'm just waiting, like I'm not hurrying, I'm improving my position a little bit. So whenever you have a very good position in a game and the win is not clear, so in the meantime, don't hurry with your position. Just play a simple chess and play some improvements and moves, and then you might boost your position. Now after knight h2, I now play c4 and try to play c3. He decided to capture, and it's actually all over. And the most exciting part right now, here I have a lot of ways to win the game. For example, I can bring my knight back and forth. I can push any of my pawns here. But what I'm deciding to try to finish in a nice way is I sacrifice my rook here. The point is, if now white captures, or will capture everything, and these 3 pawns are far more better than white's one of the piece, and black is clearly winning. But it decides not to capture, and I goes in, and now it's all just over. It's a matter of time, and I exchange the queen, and the game is over, as white can't stop my promotion. As the game goes quickly, I'm going to show you. And after b3, I just do, yeah, there's a little mistake I have done. Like after king f7, white could have played bishop c4 and forking my pawn on the king to the center. Anyway, since I told you white was in time pressure, and I will be able to win the game. That's it. Yeah, this is how I played my game. Based upon I played my intuition, not calculation. I only calculate when I really need to do. Thank you so much to watch these 2 games with me, where I'm trying to share my personal experience with you. So if you enjoyed this video, this game, so please subscribe to this channel. Comment down below if you have anything specific in your mind about the game or something. I'll try to do as my best as I possible. So that's it. I'll catch up with the next video, and don't forget to hit the bell icon and subscribe button. See you in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.